Hey guys, Brendan here from Airsoft King 19. Thought today I'd just bring you a full gun review on a gun I just bought yesterday. This is of the, has a pretty long name, Echo1 mixed with SOCOM gear, Lonewolf, Timberwolf. I think I got it all. So basically, this is a gun. It's been out for maybe a year now, or maybe a little less or so, give or take. And it's basically a cross internally. From what I've researched, it's a SOCOM gear, which is good. I like SOCOM gear. There's a company called Lonewolf that makes, I think it's a Glock parts. So you can't really call this thing a Glock, although it looks like it. So it's kind of like a not Glock, but whatever. It's a sweet gun. I'll get into that. So yeah, like I was saying, a company called Lonewolf makes external parts for real steel Glocks, like the slide and I believe the bottom frame and everything like that. So you got SOCOM gear internally and you got real steel Lonewolf externally, which is a great combination. I don't really know where Echo1 comes in play, so they just kind of keep the name. So, and altogether it's called the Echo1 Timberwolf. I think that combination between the brands is awesome. So the gun, I've held so many guns heavier than this, pistols, and I've held some lighter, but this thing's up there as far as you just grab it and you just feel how durable it is. The slide's all metal, and the bottom is plastic, but don't get discouraged because it's a very, very thick kind of ABS plastic thing. You're not going to really find it on the actual plastic gas blowback pistols. This thing is real solid. Has a rail on the bottom. I'm not going to go into full specs, although I'll say a few just because you guys probably already know them. And like I said, I don't usually do full reviews. What I consider a full review is just talking about some specs, disassemble, reassemble, and shooting it. So right now I'm just going to go over some of the common sense. So I bought this not online, in an actual store. What it comes with is, I'm sure you guys know this, but the back plate can actually just be removed. It takes a little bit of force when you're breaking in the gun. Again, this is 2 days old. It comes with one kind of bulge one, which makes it a little bit bigger, and then a flat one. Everyone says it's for people with smaller hands, but I honestly can't tell a difference. I put this bulge one on there, it's comfortable, and then I put the smaller one on there. I guess it feels a little bit more boxed, but I wouldn't call it smaller. So both grips work just fine for me. I'm sure it'll be the same for you, but if there were a smaller shooter, like a younger one, I just put the smaller one just for the heck of it. So let me think here. FPS, I really like the FPS on this thing. All my other gas blowbacks were like anywhere from 350 and then on, which the field I play at, there is absolutely no FPS limit. You could have a gun that's rocking 2,000 feet per second if it existed, but you are moved back. So with the gun that shoots under 300 feet per second, there's no range limit. You could shoot from point blank if it's at their chest or whatever. I've been shot and I've shot people from point blank, and it makes the game a little bit more realistic. But if you have an upgraded sniper like I do that's shooting well over 550 feet per second, my range, I believe, was like 150, maybe 200 feet, no, yeah, just about 150 feet or something like that, which is pretty far, but, it's pretty far, but it kind of makes it a little bit more realistic when you're sniping, so that's one thing. I kind of lacked on having a no-ranged gun, so my range is anywhere from, well, just anywhere, actually, because there's no limit on this, and then my other gun has a huge limit, so I'm all over the field. So let me see here. So yeah, I don't know if I actually said the actual number. It shoots 280 to maybe 300 feet per second. Actually pretty consistent. I forgot if it was e-bike or Airsoft GI or both of them. They did some chrono, and this thing maybe like 185 and maybe 300, so that range is really nice. I'm trying to think what else. The mag here, I haven't counted and I haven't looked really on the website. It's a double stack, but it probably holds like 24 or 25 BBs. The loading mechanism, let's just go over the flaws real quick. The loading mechanism, not a big fan of it. You have to slide this down and it doesn't lock in place, so it kind of eats your fingernails up. So it just goes down here, and then you just pour the BBs through the back, and it kind of double feeds itself. And if you're lucky, it'll line up 10 BBs perfectly, but a lot of time there's those gaps in there that you have to try to correct, which is really annoying. So that's that. If you're patient enough with it, you could probably load it fully in maybe 20 seconds or something like that. So definitely get a different mag. And I just found that this out yesterday, that Echo1 themselves on their website sells a 50 round mag. So that's about double this, which looks awesome on a Glock. I can't really use Glock in this, but in a Glock body, it goes out to about right there, which looks great. I don't know if the camera can see it. So it goes out to about right there, which looks awesome. Another flaw is a more kind of cosmetic flaw. There's no threads. I mean, I took the orange tip off and there's some threads in there, but not like a suppressor is going to fit in there unless you make some kind of adapter or find one. I don't think exists. But yeah, no threads, so you can't put a suppressor. Which, you're not really buying a pistol to turn into a rifle, you're buying it to be compact. But I just kind of like to run guns with suppressors, and you know, it's not a big deal, so I still like it and everything. What else? The safety for this thing, it's kind of annoying because it's right here, right by the rails. So if you did have some kind of object there, you can't really use it. You'll just have to keep it on fire. But right now, I don't have anything right there. But it's really, really easy to flip it to safe, and then to flip it back on fire, it eats your nail up a little bit. Sorry, I had to stop the video there because if the Canon 60D shoots longer than like a certain time, it'll just stop on its own, so I just stopped it real quick. But let's start talking about the mag real quick. A big problem I get with any gas gun, gas blowback gun or whatever, usually gas blowback guns, is the gas capacity on this thing, or on the mags. My LM4 was pretty good with it once you break it in. All the KWA gas blowbacks were decent, except the M93R. That thing didn't really hold too much. If you're lucky, you got through the 1 mag, and if you're really lucky, 1.5. But this thing, it's great. I haven't had a gun that shoots this close to 4 full mags in 1 load of gas. You just put the gas in, and until you stop hearing noise, just let it go for another 3 seconds or something like that. And the entire time I put it there is probably 10 to 15 seconds. And I load 25 BBs or whatever. It shoots them all off. I load it again, shoots them off, again, shoots them off, and then it leaves back 7 BBs on the 4th time. So that's great. I really like that. So that tells me if I were to get the mag twice as big as this, if it were to have the same gas chamber, whatever you call it, gas storage thing, if it were to have the same, you should get 2 on the 50 round mags, which is perfect. So yeah, that's the mag. I believe the feed lips are plastic, so just be careful with that. It's not bothering me too much. The bottom part of this thing, it comes with 2 of them. I don't really know why, but I don't see it breaking. Let me think what else here. The sights on this thing are really cool. I'll get some close-up shots later, but it's just the white on there. I took the orange tip off. I don't know if I already said that. Yeah, I think I did. That was kind of hard. I was kind of stupid with it, but whatever. What I did, I just got pliers and peeled it off, and then in the outer barrel inside of it, it left a little orange ring. So I disassembled the gun to where it was just the outer barrel, which is metal, and I just kind of put a flame to the plastic, and then just for like about 5 seconds to heat it up, and then I got a tool to, like a flathead screwdriver, to take it out. And only do that if it's a metal outer barrel, and I made sure that all the internals were away, and then it cooled off, and there's not a piece of orange left on this thing. So I was careful about it, so I don't need people telling me I'm stupid. Yeah, so trying to think what else. I think we should just start disassembling and reassembling. The disassembly is pretty easy. I'm just going to lay it down on a mat just to show you guys, and we'll go from there. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and disassemble the gun. Cool thing about this disassembly is you don't need anything other than a small Phillips head screwdriver, but you only need that if you're gonna disassemble the gun completely, which means the hop up, taking apart, and so yeah, if you're gonna change up the barrel or hop up bucking, you'll need that. But just for the basic disassembly for maintenance and stuff, you're gonna only need your hands. Just like any Glock or any best blowback pistol, you're gonna take out the mag. Put this thing on safety. I don't really know if you really need to do that, but I'm just used to it. And now just with any Glock or Glock replica, you get this pin and you pull them down. It's kind of hard to do this keeping it in frame, but you pull it down together, rack it. You only have to rack it a certain amount and then it'll just pull forward. With the lower receiver, it's pretty light, but durable and everything like that. So as far as maintenance, so just get like a Q-tip with a little bit of silicone oil, or without silicone oil at first, clean it up and then put one side with silicone oil and go with all the metal on here on the side and all that good stuff. And same with this, you're gonna just put the metal on the side. For a little bit more disassembly, you're just gonna get this spring. You're gonna take this out first. Let me try to zoom in just a little bit. Okay, so now it's a little harder to keep it in frame. So you're gonna get this spring, you're gonna coil, or first you're gonna try to bring this part upwards. There you go, and then that just slides out like that. There's your spring. Then you got this part right here, which this should come out and slide back in, kind of springy and everything. Let me think here. So, yep, let's just take that. You just get this where the hop up is. You just do that, you just pull it back, and this should just come out like that. I didn't go over this, but this little wheel right here is the hop up. I'll go over that in just a second. So now you're left with this, which you don't really need to take that out or anything. So we're gonna go with this. And the barrel just kind of slides out. So here's the outer barrel with the hop up unit. You just get this, pull it back. And you could put this to the side. This is what I was putting to the fire just to get the orange out. So that's all metal, nothing to be burnt off there. Here's the stock barrel it came with. I don't know the millimeter or anything like that. With the hop up unit. And this is where you would need the small Phillips head screwdriver to take this and that off. I'm not going to do that right now. If it's requested, if someone's like stuck with the hop up torn up or whatever, I'll go into that. So yeah, that's basically it. Let's just zoom back out. Alright, so now to reassemble, we are left with the lower receiver, outer barrel, inner barrel, upper half receiver, the spring, and the mag. So to put it back together, I'm going to get the inner barrel and the outer barrel with the hop up unit. And we're going to just put it this way. There's going to be like a little nub kind of thing right here. It's just gonna sit right back in that way. You can't really do it a wrong way. Just make sure the wheel's up. If you were to do it like the wrong way or whatever, it won't let you in. So the only way it goes in all the way, that's the way it's gonna work. So then you have that. Then you're gonna get the upper receiver, and you're gonna put the barrel in first. Oh, put it upside down, my bad. You're gonna put the barrel first this way. Make sure the wheel is facing that way, unlike I just did. Just like that, and then that will go in just like that. And as far as the spring, this thing kind of annoyed me trying to put this in when I first got the gun, because you try to put it right there and it just won't fit. But then I got this little strategy, which I'm gonna zoom in for. There we go. Where are you guys gonna see it? Okay. So you gotta, there's like this little hole right here that you're gonna get this the spring into. And it's not really gonna fit, but if you could just pre-coil it, you just get this and you just do that, and it makes it a lot easier. And then you want this to be resting on here, so when you do that, everything kind of locks like that, and basically you're done. I hope that made sense. I didn't really know how to describe most of that, but and then you just get this, make sure that there's no hair or nothing like that. Let me just zoom back out. Make sure that there's no hair in here, so just make sure there's no dirt or whatever, and make sure your gun's not dry. Make sure it has like the silicone oil and well lubricated. I'm just gonna put it right back. And I always thought that you had to pull this back to put it on together, but oops, let me see here. You don't. You just do that, and you just take it off fire, or to take it off safe, I mean. Make sure everything's functioning. And put the mag back in. Make sure it catches. And I didn't go over this, but this is the release, the slide release, I mean. So that does mean whenever you're gonna adjust the hop up, you have to take it apart and just do spin the wheel on the upper receiver. So the disassembly on this is pretty easy. Most Glocks are pretty self-explanatory and simple. So that's that. I think what's left is just to shoot it. So oh, I guess I could take this opportunity to show you guys the sights. Let me see here. So as you can see, it has the white on it, which makes it a lot easier to aim with. So yeah, that's basically a disassembly with that. So let's go ahead and shoot it. Okay, real quickly, I'm just going to show you the loading process for the mag. We're just going to get some of these Matrix .25 gram BBs, which I believe work best with this. We're just going to get like a small handful of them. Alright. Maybe a little bit more. Alright. And we got our King Arms soft air gas. Yeah, pretty nice green gas. So like I said, you just get this spring and it doesn't lock back, so you have to keep it there. And you don't put the BBs through the top, you just put them through the bottom, and they just slide right in. Make sure that there's no gaps or anything like that. I'm just gonna go ahead and zoom in on this. So you just gotta make sure there's no gaps like that. There we go. Alright, so that took long enough. We finally got that on there, and I'd guess that probably took about 20, maybe 30 seconds or so. And now that I got all the BBs in there, I guess I'll just take this opportunity to count them. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 34, about 26 BBs. So it's 25 plus 1, so you got about 26 in there. So anywhere from 25 BBs, and if you're lucky and there's one more gap in there, you'll get 26. So I do recommend getting one more mag. They're probably running maybe, I'm not too sure. I know the 50 round mag is about $44, which will lead me to think that this one would probably be anywhere from 30 to 40. As far as the gas, which I'll zoom out for, I'm going to show you exactly how much gas I put in there. This is just standard green gas, and it's kind of running out, so it might not get the full charge, but make sure that it's parallel with the nozzle. So many people would just get it flat with this and just fill it like this, but that's not flat with the mag. You want to make sure that you're filling it more like that. Alright, so once we got that, I'm just going to fill it up. So I just go until I stop hearing the noise, which is right there, and I count about 5 seconds after. And so that's an under 10-second fill, and that should get us just about 3, possibly on a really hot day, maybe 4 mags full. So once we got that, we're ready to go. Name one shooting video that doesn't have barking dogs in the background. We're gonna go ahead and shoot anyways. So we got it fully gassed up and loaded. Gonna rack it back. Shut up. I swear. Alright, so we're gonna get a good shot of the blowback action, and we'll get a closer shot. Alright. Alright, so as you can see, the slide locked back. I haven't had a problem with this with the slide not locking back, unless it was the end of the 4th mag or whatever. So the first 3 mags, or for sure the first 2 mags, will always lock up on you. So with plenty of gas to spare, I'll shoot off all the blanks in just a second. But final thoughts real quickly. This thing I have so much confidence with. I mean, I'm not so good with pistols and everything like that because you know, you're gripping it just not the same as with a rifle on your shoulder. But if you line up the crosshairs, I really never use crosshairs, or not crosshairs, the post, the aim, the post sights or whatever you call them. I forgot. Iron sights. Never really use iron sights on a pistol, just because, you know, it's a pistol. I never really thought it has a point to it. But I mean, a shot maybe about 70, 80 feet away, and you just hold it correctly, keep both eyes open, and line up the iron sights perfectly, it'll hit it. I mean, so as far as accuracy, this thing has it. I mean, in such a small package, it's so accurate. Doesn't shoot that hard. I mean, you can't really penetrate more than one can, honestly. So penetration and power, I guess you could say it's lacking, but it doesn't matter because it goes out to maybe 150, maybe 200 feet, which is plenty for a pistol, and it does it very accurately and consistently. And with almost 4 mags, or 4 mags and 1 gas fill, it's going to be very consistent and always have the power. So for some people might think $145 or $150, depending on the website, it's kind of expensive, but in my opinion, it's a bargain. I think it's up there with all those over $200 Tokyo Maruis, $170 KWAs. I bet the wind's probably buffering the camera, sorry about that. But it's up there, so for under $150, it's definitely a gun you should put in your arsenal. And if you're new to gas blowbacks or whatever, it's a easy gun to pick up on. If something breaks, you got the parts breakdown, on the manual that it comes with. So it's a perfect gun, I mean, for the price and everything, and because of the color, and since it's a gas blowback, it's a head turner, and so that's basically that. So let's finish off all the blanks. So as you can see, I only had a couple shots left. That is because the green gas can I'm using is probably just about dead. So even though there's nothing left in that green gas can, it finished off the mag perfectly. And with the brand new can of green gas, or a regular size with a regular amount, doesn't have to be brand new, you will get 4 mags, especially on a good day. So right now, shooting temperatures are probably just about 70, 75 degrees, so it's not in the 90s or 100 degrees or something like that. I'll probably have another video when it gets that hot, and I'm so confident that I would shoot 4 complete mags. So this thing is, like I said, it's a bargain, so go ahead and get yourself this gun. I'll try to put a link in the description. You could get it in tan or black. I can't really find a place that sells it in tan online. I just found it in person in a store. So if I do find it, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description. So if you're gonna get this gun, just note, you know, I'd recommend green gas. Don't shoot any less than .25s. Because of the hop up, you could really get range out there. So I'll probably have a video doing an accuracy test video, just accuracy and shooting and penetration and all that kind of power test. So as for now, that concludes this video. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.